Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Brotherhood Gaming HD here today. In today's video, should skill-based matchmaking be an option to toggle on or off? And I ended up getting this idea from one of my most recent videos in the comments down below. And the person by the name of W7X ended up commenting that skill-based matchmaking should be an option to toggle on and off. And before we get into the meats and potatoes of this video, I would like to thank everybody who has been recently subscribing as of the recording of this video. I'm sitting at 59 subscribers, and I want to thank every single one of y'all that have literally subscribed to this channel. And for everybody who decided to literally make fun of me for saying one particular word within the whole entire video, I actually applaud y'all, because I'm going to make this a main staple for the rest of my videos going forward as a meme and a joke. So let's get into the meats and potatoes of this video, literally, and let's begin. So how would the toggle system here within the Call of Duty franchise, if it was implemented to have the option to turn it off or on depending on the player and the player in question? And this is how it should start. Listen to me here. It should be on by default, which I know what you're thinking. What are you thinking? Why should it be on by default? But listen, look. The reason why skill-based matchmaking, if it was an option to toggle, it should be turned on by default, mostly because of the fact we have new players coming into the franchise every single year. And think about it like this. Think about it as think of it as boot camp all the way back from Call of Duty World at War. Think about it like that. It's technically boot camp, but you're able to turn it off at any time you'd like, especially for the newer players. And it's also there for those who have disabilities and everything along the lines of that as a whole. So it is there for the newer players, and for those, like I said, who have disabilities, it would benefit those because some people, they have some special needs that they really can't do. And then you have the newer players who are just picking up Call of Duty for the very first time. So like I said, just think of it as an infinite boot camp for newer players and for those, like I said, who have special needs / disabilities as a whole. So this would benefit those players. But for those, who have been playing the franchise for a while, you have the option to toggle it off and literally enjoy the game the way you want to enjoy it. But before I get into that side of the commentary, it would also be a good thing for newer players to get into the franchise, because of the fact, like, once they think they're confident and they're good enough to compete with the big boys, they have that option to turn it off as a main option. But if they need a little bit more time to understand the mechanics, understand the way that the movement is within Call of Duty, they can keep that on until they feel comfortable enough to come into the sweat leagues. We're going to call it the sweat leagues. So that would be a good thing if the skill-based matchmaking had a toggle option within the Call of Duty series. But if we toggle it off, that's where I think most of the enjoyment would probably come from. Because if you were able to toggle off skill-based matchmaking, the lobbies would not be as sweaty. They would be more mixed, and the skill-based matchmaking would either be non-existent or very, very forgiving when it came to playing if you toggled it off. And think about it like the OG days, the golden era of Call of Duty, before skill-based matchmaking became a thing. That would actually be a very good thing to think about for those who have played the franchise as a whole since either Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or the OG Modern Warfare 3. it would maybe feel like those games, and I know this is just technically speculation and just theorizing, but it would actually be a very good compromise here within the Call of Duty community, because everybody on the spectrum would be happy going forward, even though it would be hurting Activision's bottom dollar. But if they had this system and they literally thought about this as a whole, it may be improve their profits. It will improve their sales. But it's like I said, if it was a win-win-win situation for the whole entire Call of Duty community, and for those, who end up reverse boosting and everything along the lines of that, the end of reverse boosting would stop. Because if you had that option, you would not be seeing high-skilled players playing in bot lobbies, dropping nukes on people who have disabilities and special needs along the lines of that. So that would be a good compromise, because of the fact, like, if you had that option, reverse boosting would be non-existent. It wouldn't even be there. Reverse boosting wouldn't even be a topic within the Call of Duty franchise, and it would technically be wiped off the face of the earth. But there is another thing I literally thought about, is how would this system implement when you're playing with friends, or you make friends or something along the lines of that while playing Call of Duty? How would that even work? And I think this is the best compromise that I've theorized while making this commentary, is the fact that it is, depending on the host and depending if they have the skill-based matchmaking on or off, it should be finding lobbies for those, who has a group of friends that want to sweat it out. That host will have skill-based matchmaking toggled on, because if it is toggled on and their buddies want to sweat it out with them, they have that option. But if somebody, who just doesn't like to sweat it out, and they just want to enjoy a nice mixed variety of lobbies and have it toggled off, then everybody in the lobby will have that option to literally connect to that person and just have a great time, as if it was like 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, the golden era of Call of Duty. It would be a very great compromise, because it's like I said, everybody, in my opinion, I think would win, because of the fact, like, first of all, Activision's happy, the community is happy, both sides of the community are happy as a whole, and at the end of the day, reverse boosting would technically no longer be an issue within the franchise, and people would be able to enjoy Call of Duty as a whole. And I know this is just something I just theorize, as something I wish would come true. But at the end of the day, it's just something to literally, just theorize and think about. Because if this system was implemented, in my opinion, I think everybody would win. And it's been your boy Brotherhood Gaming HD, everybody. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notifications. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.